Hello again, everyone. This is Mike Smith from the Brokerage, and I'm here today to share with you an interview with a good friend of mine, Matt Gonzalez, who runs Get Care, a Medicare insurance agency based here in Texas. Through the years, Matt, we've grown to have a good friendship and relationship, and I just want to open up by asking you a little bit about your agency and tell me a little bit about yourself and what got you in this business.
Mike, I appreciate it. Good morning to everybody out there. Good afternoon. My name is Matt Gonzalez. I've been a licensed agent since 2015, and I started my agency, Get Care, LLC agency, in 2016. And just have been hitting the ground running ever since. So in short, Get Care is an agency. We do Medicare and retirement. And what we do is our entire goal is to build relationships, to build partnerships that make sense. And let me explain that. The partnership relationship is my goal, our goal is to help you navigate the Medicare minefield. And that means when you turn 65, if you're already on Medicare, if you have any questions around Medicare, we can help. We've been in the North Texas area since 2016. We know the providers, which are your PCPs. We know the industry. And right now, there's a lot of changes going on. So all you need to do is jump on getimcare.com, .org, or .net, and I will express how easy it is to navigate that website.
So it sounds to me like you really don't sell anything. It sounds to me like most people come to you for good advice, consultation. So you're more of an advisor, but you get paid based on your enrollments. Is that?
Yes, absolutely 100% correct. Like the federal government, which manages CMS, which is Centers for Medicare Medicaid Services, they finance our commissions to the carrier that we are contracted with. Okay, so yes, the federal government. But as an advisor, what we do is base it on your current situation. And yes, the S word, which is sales, I do not like in this industry.
So it's more of an advisory capacity.
More an advisor based on the current situation.
Educating people.
Educating, informing, and guiding.
And empowering them to make their decision.
Correct. 100% correct, yes. And like I said, over the years, we've been doing this. We've been helping. I'm very proud. April 1st, of 2026 will be 10 years that I've been in this industry. So I'm very excited. And my first member was my mother.
Oh, wow.
So, and by that, I do love my mother. Had to say that. But I treat everybody just like I do my mother. I don't look at selfish reasons you need to enroll in this plan or, to better myself. Because I believe a clean heart, you cannot fake that.
Yeah, no doubt.
So and this is a people industry. So I do want to express that. And I do love people because I believe in people.
Yeah. Well, and that said, we deal with people also. We choose our marketing partners like you carefully. And I know that you as an agent and an agency have a lot of other field marketing organizations out there that are constantly vying for your attention.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about why you chose the Brokerage as your field marketing organization.
Okay, that is a great question. And very simple. I love y'all is the Brokerage Inc. aspect on the business. You guys are family oriented, which I love. You guys are central in North Texas for many years, and you build on the partnerships and relationships that make sense to benefit both parties. Mm-hmm. And it took me probably about all of 5 minutes to choose the Brokerage Inc. because that was the easiest part for me. Plus, you have a mastermind. His name is David Ireland, who he was my coach, my guide, and everything. I'm going to tell you guys, in this business, you do need to have confidence. You do need to have education. You do need to have passion. Okay. Those three things will get you to the top of the hill. As long as you're doing the compliant, the right thing to help out the considerable member, you will be fine. If you're trying to cheat or, get past or take the easy step, it's not going to work and it's going to catch you.
True.
So, David Ireland, I give you big props. Thank you. We have some history together. We have some funny stories together. We've walked around with some VPs of some big executive carriers, and we're just having fun. So I really appreciate it, David. And the brokerage, solid.
That's great. Well, tell me a little bit about some of the aspects of the brokerage that you might be taking advantage of, marketing dollars or mailers or recruiting.
Yes. One of the big things is early on, they do have a brokerage bucks program, which if you enroll 8 applications, you will get around $450, which is really nice, guys, because you could use that funds for marketing dollars. You could do flyers. You can do anything to market your business to help educate your member going forward. So that's one aspect. Right now, they have a program where, and I believe it's over, but with your book of business, they would send out a retention letter, which is very important. And just a sidebar, if anything, you want to be successful, you need to stay in front of your members every 90 days, every 45 days, just a touchy-feely.
Yep. Well, thank you. I mean, appreciate the kudos there, because it is a teamwork kind of an aspect, just like a Barcelona football or something like that.
Uh-oh, he said the FCB word.
Reel it back in, Matt, because I've got other things I need to ask you about. How about your website, getmcare.com? You mentioned that.
Yes. Guys, like right now, everything is tech. And what we try to do is the KISS method, which is keep it simple, stupid. But that's what we do. So the Get MCare website is very user friendly. Again, it's getmcare.net, .org, or .com. And I'm very blessed because I have my CTO that runs the IT department of Get MCare. She built this website, and she's been in technology for the last 25 years. So it has evolved. So she keeps up to date with the techniques and the ease of use. So another thing, with the Brokerage Inc, you guys have an 817 number that we utilize. So if you call the 817 number on the website, it goes to a round robin of my team, which I will discuss, and then you will be contacted within 24 hours to help you out.
So when somebody goes onto your website and they want information, they can fill out a form or they can call a phone number, and they can expect that one of your team members will get right back to them. But they're not trying to sell them anything. They're just trying to go back to what we talked about a minute ago, educate and inform, advocate on their behalf.
Exactly. Get MCare with all my teammates, and I have a small boutique team, about 10 here in North Texas and a couple down in Houston. But yes, everybody is trained with the aspect of we're not selling anything. We are educating, we are guiding, we are informing, and ultimately and always it's your decision as the member to choose which way you want to go. And in our meetings, we educate on the Medicare process properly. We talk about the prescription drug plan. We talk about Medicare Advantage plans. We talk about all aspects. But yes, my team is very educated on the role of Medicare and retirement.
So if I'm a Medicare beneficiary or someone approaching age 65 and I'm getting tons of phone calls, junk mail every day, in a sea of sameness, why should I choose you guys and getmcare.com over the competition?
Mike, that's a great question. Again, it's this day and age. Right now, if there are 64 million Medicare beneficiaries nationwide, by the year 2035, we're going to have over 85 million in this country. Here in Texas, right now we have about 2.4. By the year 2030, we're going to have about 4.2 million Medicare beneficiaries here in Texas. So you choose Get Care because we have energy, we have education, and our goal is to help you walk through the Medicare journey. Just like I did with my mother, who is started at 65 and now she's 74 years young.
Wow.
So, and I've kept her out of the hospital. I've educated her on her program. And basically that is what our whole goal is to do. We have one-on-ones. You can set virtual meetings. We have in-person meetings. We can come to you. We actually have community meetings in the area, which you can find on our website at getmcare.com, .net, or .org.
So if somebody comes to you, they decide they want to work with you, you sign them up on a Medicare health and drug plan. Is that it? Or do you guys provide some kind of ongoing support?
So absolutely. And that is one of the big things is I always tell, it's like, listen, I am this isn't just a sign me up and we'll never see you again. I like in a year after we've been on this plan, we can have a review. And with the technology that these carriers have now, you can see exactly how your year has gone. So, for example, you have a $5,000 annual out of pocket. And I don't want to get over anybody's head, but I will explain that. $5,000 annual out of pocket. They're sitting in my office after a year review, and it looks like they've only spent $286 for the year on their medical. And that is a positive for that member because we kept them out of the hospital and we kept the money in their pocket, especially this day and age.
Yeah, and so do you have certain technology tools that help you to manage that?
So we do, and then we actually use several tools from the brokerage. But case in point, yes, we do use these tools that help us CRM, which is a customer retention management system. So you're not saying your story over and over and over again. I'm sure members are so tired of telling that same old story, what medications they're on, what doctors they have. It is very important, but we actually capture that information. So yes.
Excellent.
Yes, we do.
Well, in today's world, 65 is not old. And
Absolutely
I'm not buttering up anybody because, I'm getting that close to my age myself. But, realistically.
Mike, 45, I thought, right? Come on.
Yeah, well, thanks, Matt. But realistically, people don't slow down at 65 like they may have 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. So for someone who's out there that's actively at work, would you recommend that they go into Medicare or do they just keep on their group health plan?
I love this question. So, and the simple answer is it's based on the individual's current situation. So I 100% agree that we should have a meeting of some sort, a consultation prior to them turning 65, because we can balance or review their current employer health plan compared to Medicare. And 9 times out of 10, Medicare seems to be better for that member. It's just a question to the member. They're not educated. I already have employer group health plan, Matt. I don't need to see you right now. Maybe at 68, maybe at 69. But there are rules that come along with Medicare. So just having that brief 1-hour consultation to understand choices, Medicare, to see if it's better or not based on the current situation, it's beneficial.
What would you say to that person that's still working and their friends are telling them, you have to enroll in Medicare. If you don't, you're going to get a late enrollment penalty, but they're covered by a group health plan. What advice would you give that person?
Mike, I'm pretty sure you've never heard, my neighbor told me to do this, my neighbor. And I always say, can you have that neighbor call me, please? So I can have an educated discussion with them because unfortunately, they're not a licensed agent. We are. And every year we have to certify for carriers, for like a medical doctor. We have to certify so we are educated on what we talk about. But to that neighbor or the individual, I would say, just schedule a consultation so we can build a relationship, so we can educate you properly. Because, Mike, let me ask you a question. How many people or members do you know? I didn't know about a prescription drug plan. I didn't know I had to have that. Nobody told me 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's very challenging, especially if somebody has a high deductible health plan and a health savings account, and they want to enroll in just Medicare Part A, and now they can't contribute to their health savings account, and people want to know why. Many of these rules and regulations were written 20 or 30 years ago when people really did retire more at age 65. So,
Right.
having a resource like you and Get Care is super important to help navigate through that Medicare maze.
And that's the whole goal is just it's on our website is at Get Care. Our entire goal is to help you navigate through the Medicare minefield. Just in short, if you know anybody turning 65 within a year to 18 months, 90 days prior to their 65th birthday, they should be having a consultation. Then they have their birthday month to contemplate, should I? Should I not? Should I? Then they also have 90 days after. And in our consultation, we go over the clarity of Medicare. So the individual is educated. And when they walk out, if we didn't help them right there and then, it just makes us feel warm and fuzzy because we gave them the proper education. And whether it's 3 years, 5 years down the road, we made an impression.
Yep.
And that's really all we're trying to do, especially with these numbers evolving. By 2035, 85 million in the country. Mike, how many are in the country now, just as a whole?
Yeah, well, about 335 million.
That's exactly right. I was going to say about 338, but yes.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was off by 3 million.
Well, facts these days online. And that's another thing. It's just, we're not the best, but we have been doing this for a while. We'd like to showcase. We do know Medicare and retirement. And the goal is just to be a resource to help you. And, North Texas is very large, very big. Over the last, I'd say 9 to 10 years, we are focused in North Texas. We have several agreements or partnerships with several carriers, United, Humana, Baylor, WellCare. You have a gamut of carriers that can help you out. So it's always based on your current situation. And with the training from the brokerage, they give you compliance training. They give you carrier training. And that is one of the aspects, whether it's you drive up here or you can see everybody online. And anybody that's considering to be an agent or a licensed life and health agent, if you live in North Texas, 100% true to my heart, I would say the Brokerage Inc. is the first stop you need to make. And you ask for Mike Smith, you ask for a Chris Houston, you ask for a John Ross, which are big players.
Yeah, relationships.
Exactly. That makes sense to benefit both parties.
Well, Matt, this has been really great information, and I appreciate you taking time to come out and share some of those thoughts with us. Is there anything else you want to leave with your audience, one tip that you might give to help them through this next couple of months?
Well, guys, I appreciate the time. And like I said, the relationship with the Brokerage Inc. has just been nothing but two-way street. And that's how I look at life. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So just remember this, guys. Nobody's going to give you anything. You've got to beat the pavement, smile, get out there, be excited, be passionate about what you're doing, And as Get Care, we're just a resource to help you navigate. If we can't help, we will find somebody that can with our resources. And the last thing, technology is coming, which everybody, please don't be scared of it with Get Care. As I mentioned with our CTO and our marketing and our COO, we are on the socials. We do have the technology and the team to manage, the website for your ease of use. So right now we have the AEP, which is annual enrollment period that's about to start. October 1st is when the new programs come out. So that's when a licensed agent can discuss the new plans. And then October 15th through December 7th, that's when you can make changes to your plan if it makes sense to you. Another thing, you're going to get a lot of calls. Mike asked me about building relationships. You're going to see TV commercials. You're going to get a numerous amount of calls, and it's because you're plugged into the system. So whether you're on a do not call system or I don't want anybody to call me, they're still going to call. So that guy sitting in a telemarketing, third-party marketing office doesn't know your area. So with Get MCare, with the brokerage, we can help you navigate so you don't have to talk to the commercials. You don't have to talk to the guy on the phone that says, oh yeah, I can give you $3,000, which he doesn't know your industry, where you are in North Texas. But Get MCare does, and we've been doing this for going on 10 years. So we're very proud of the relationship, partnership that we have with Brokerage. Mike, thank you for the time today.
Absolutely.
I'd love to do this and continue. And again, the keyword Barcelona,
Yeah.
5-1 today.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that.
Hey,
Thank you
this
for
has
your
been good.
partnership.
Thank you. I look forward to growing with you guys and continuing the partnership.
Yeah, and best of luck and continued success during this next AEP.
Excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys.